always think of you when spring comes, like it's something in the air at that time. Don't know why, always dream of you when spring comes. It's like the heat on my skin takes me back to the time met you on a Friday, halfway out.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about how you can glow up in 2021. I know that this past year and this entire pandemic put a downer on some of our lives, but I think that right now is a perfect time to start planning on how we are going to carry out this next year. So if you want to see more videos on self-love, self-worth, relationships, even real life talks, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, hit that notification button if you want the latest updates, and let's get started. So the first tip that I have for your glow up in 2021 is to get organized. So by getting organized, I mean to keep your space clean, declutter. Even before this year ends, clean out your entire home, clean out your space, because I find that I work so much better, I function so much better when my space is clean. It's a lot less worry, a lot less anxiety, and a lot less of me feeling like I'm living in a mess. The second way you can stay organized is to create a to-do list. I find that by creating to-do lists, you are able to see what needs to be done for the day. And normally things will come up that need to be added on there. And so I create my to-do list at the end of every day. And I do this because before the next day begins, I normally know what needs to be done. So I will create my to-do list the night before. And normally I'll just put it on a Post-it note and I will put it somewhere where I will be able to see it so that I know the next day what I have to carry out. And I think another way to stay organized is to create a priority list that is going to align with where you see your life in 2021. So what I mean by this is you need to create a list where you have all of your priorities in line, even just as a reminder so that you know what falls first for you. You know, you're not gonna be having something come up in your life later on or throughout the year and then putting your priorities aside or putting them on the bottom of your list. You should create a priority list, put it somewhere where you can see it at all times so that you do not lose track on where you see your life in 2021. Now, the second tip that I have for you guys is your personal care. And for personal care, I mean that you need to make your personal care a daily priority. So one for me would be getting enough sleep. That is very important. Another thing would be exercising. Meditation is one for me. Also just things like maintenance. So like doing my hair is something that I love to do, something that makes me happy. I feel like that's me taking care of myself. I know a lot of other people like to do their nails or their eyelashes and other things like simple things that I do. Like a Himalayan salt bath. I had that in my last self-care Sunday video if you guys want to check that video out. And things like just doing a coffee scrub once a week, doing a deep condition once a week. And I also have created a morning and a nighttime skincare routine. So just keeping your hygiene and your personal care and making that a priority in your life every single day is going to help you glow up so much in 2021. Take a break for yourself. Also, take it easy on yourself. Know when you need to slow down. I do think that a lot of us think that we are supermen and superwomen and we can do it all. And while I do think that anything is achievable, we do need to know when we need to slow down because we're overdoing it. I think that, and I believe that this does a lot more harm than good when we don't know when we should take a break for ourselves. And so I'd say for the past 6 months, this has affected me in my life because I thought I could do everything, go above and beyond. I thought that I could be a carpenter and demo and do home projects all by myself. and be a student at the same time, and a full-time mom, and also a full-time caregiver. I thought I could do it all. And while I did achieve what I wanted to achieve, there were days where I just was not a happy person. I was overdoing it, especially when I started up my Instagram again, my YouTube channel, putting all of that on me at one time. I was just stressed out. So I needed to know that I need to slow down. It's okay if there are days where I'm not able to be at my full potential. I think that's what I needed to do. I needed to realize that I cannot be Superwoman at all times, and that I function better as a person when I take time to take care of myself, take care of my home, just take a break. So the next tip that I have is to create a system. And I know that a lot of us talk about creating a goal list and making goals for 2021, or before the new year starts, you create this list of goals that you want to achieve. But for me, I prefer to create a system. So while I do think that goal setting is a milestone, like a great stepping stone, I believe that systems work better and that they're more achievable. So why I think systems work a lot better than goals is because, in my belief, I think that systems are a lot more flexible. So they are a lot more achievable in that way, because you are not setting this overall burden on yourself by creating a goal and saying, this is what I want, and I will not be happy until I get to this goal. To me, when you do it that way, you're setting yourself up for just disaster. You are then putting happiness on trying to achieve one thing. But what we need to realize is that life happens, things happen, things come up, things pop up, and things don't always go the way we plan. So with a system, it's a lot more flexible, with the sense that you are able to change it, things are able to shift, and you just move along with it. So how I see it is, you are able to enjoy and fall in love with the process than the overall outcome, thinking that once you reach this goal, then I'll be happy. Goal setting ultimately puts a huge unrealistic thought in our mind that you will only become happy once you reach this milestone, and this is the only way to be successful. But with a system, you are able to make mistakes, have little hiccups, learn that if things don't go one way, you are able to adjust. There isn't just one set way or vision within a system, and you are able to become flexible within reaching a goal. So I'm going to give you an example between goals and systems. So let's say that 2021, you want to achieve losing weight and eating healthier. So a goal that you will set for yourself is that you will work out for 1 hour, 5 days a week. What we don't take into consideration is that life does happen. There are days when we will be tired. There are days when things will pop up on our schedule that we didn't plan for. And there will be days where we might miss 1 out of those 5 days. So once we miss 1 day, we already look at it like, holy cow, I just messed up, And once you have that feeling of you just let yourself down, that's a lot of pressure that you're putting on yourself. Things come up, things happen. So for me, if your goal or what you want to achieve in 2021 is to lose weight or eat healthier, your system should be that I want to be active. I'm planning on being more active in 2021. So by setting that system up for yourself, it becomes so much more enjoyable for yourself. It's a lot less pressure, because you're not saying that you need to be somewhere every single day or 5 days out of the week. It's just a lot less pressure on you. It makes the process so much more enjoyable, and it's a lot more achievable when you just set up a system saying, I plan to be more active in 2021. While we're on the topic of being active, the next tip that I have for your glow up in 2021 is to be more active. Now, I know that this pandemic and everybody in quarantine this year, it has caused a lot of stress, anxiety, and depression. So my tip for you is to be active. And I do know and believe that by being more active, it will reduce negative thoughts, negative feelings, and it just boosts how you feel overall. I personally use exercise, even staying active, more so for my mental health than I do for my physical health. But I mean, for me, it's a win-win because while I'm staying active, while I'm exercising, I am taking care of my mental health as well as staying physically fit. So for me, it's such a win-win in that department. There is a vast amount of research on exercise and mental health, and it is proven that exercise can indeed heal your mind and body. For me, staying active allows me to carry out my day better, and it motivates me. So the next tip that I have for your glow up in 2021 is to get rid of toxic habits. And I do think that this varies from person to person. You just kind of need to evaluate, really look at what isn't really helping you to better yourself. So for me, it's simple things like eating better. This pandemic definitely did not put my eating or eating healthy as a priority. A year ago, if I were to look back on how I was eating and exercising, it is totally different than how it is today. And I think a lot of it had to do with the gym closures, even just not really being out. So you kind of didn't really care what you look like. But eating healthy is one for me. I am going to make smarter choices with eating. And I think another toxic habit that a lot of us do is to stay off of your phone. The only reasons why I'm ever on my phone is for social media, which I do need to cut down on, text messaging or just getting calls, but most of the time my phone is on do not disturb or on silent and I am away from my phone. And I find that when I do this, I'm a lot more productive. But what I have been doing lately is putting on that screen time, I think that's what it's called, so that I get a weekly report to know how long I've been on my phone. And if at any time the percentage goes up, then I know I need to slow down and take it back a bit and not be on my phone so much. Those are my tips for your glow up in 2021. If you liked the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, also hit that notification button to never miss the latest updates on my video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Actually, I will see you guys in 2021. I will see you guys next year. Bye guys!